I think we're going to learn about Aboriginal culture and identity through a more interactive way.
Yeah, all I know is that it's sort of a board game, and throughout the day we'll sort of get some experience into Aboriginal culture.
That we'll be playing a board game that has been developed for students, learn about the Indigenous culture and their society. And
so a board game, as we've been told, would actually help us as we would be able to interact.
We're playing a game that tries to teach us in a new way about their culture, their way of doing things, etc., in a different way, in a different environment.
So I'm really interested to see how it's structured.
I'd like to pay my respects to each and every one of you who have volunteered to engage in an exciting process, I hope, in regards with the Storyteller. The Storyteller, an educational resource which provides knowledge and understanding of Aboriginal people, society and culture from a generic and non-political perspective. What you notice in front of you is a totem card. Here, this here is a totem card in front of you. So if you pick up your totem card, and if you read that out to your other trackers, so we call our players trackers. Now if you pick up one dice, and the highest goes first, highest to lowest.
There goes the rainbow serpent. He's moving from waterhole to water.
Okay, I think when you first actually start to play, it's all exciting and...
When you get to the questions or the information bit, I thought it was good for when the questions came up, because it's sort of like made you think a little bit more.
The way in which the information was transferred by mouth, having someone read it and then everyone else listen to it and interpret it, was really good.
The information, the other pile that has all the half questions, half information, I thought you could maybe categorise it into different topics.
I think it was pretty interesting because we haven't necessarily done that much on Indigenous culture, so it was interesting going through and as you pick up the totems and the cards, the memory cards, to read out things and quiz each other on it.
Yeah. And also this type of game, it's a new type of board game that I haven't encountered before. So I think it was really interesting. And
no one wins, so everyone's got a chance to read a story and have a go and learn new things.
Well, I found out a lot of things about specific dates in history, 1871, walkabout film and stuff like that. So there were specific dates that I now remember because of it.
That significant place for the young person, so how they connect to it in regards with spiritually, physically, psychologically.
Like to acknowledge Aboriginal people past and present, and also acknowledge those Aboriginal people.
So all neighbours and all come under the central parliament of Victoria. Okay, so we call it. So we've come to the third stage, presentations.
Our theme is Aboriginal people, and we've chose to incorporate that in by doing David Gupul, who is an Aboriginal actor.
So we're doing Mother Earth and how Mother Earth and the Indigenous people complement each other.
So we are doing creation.
So there's a big difference between
story, creation.
We're going to present to you a PowerPoint about secret science.
Stealing in terms of relationship. Is that punishment for that?
As a grandmother and grandfather, they had a
ran smoothly and it was sort of a relaxed environment to...
I thought the board game opened up a lot of knowledge into the Indigenous cultures of Australia.
I think, it really was a great experience and I know a lot today.
So, I found that it was really effective, but I found the second part of the day, like the research part, was more, I learnt more.
Yeah, well, I found it really helpful.
Yeah, it was also helpful that we got to interact with another school. That just made the whole day much more interesting. We get to engage with other people. I think it makes the whole day, more beneficial.
But I think it's also a really good idea that it was boys, because we actually have been around girls since year 7. So I think having boys in the school really made us more challenged because they had a different way of learning and their different abilities. So
reinforced a lot of things with the cards as well. Like the cards were really helpful, especially with the research topic.
Like in a normal class situation, there's not really, like it's just sitting there and listening to someone else talk to you, whereas in this case it was like we did a lot of the talking, and especially like we were the ones that made the presentation, so everyone got the chance to say something.
Yeah, I definitely gained a lot out of today. So
Yeah. I think same as Charlotte, really gained a lot out of today, more than I actually expected.